Future of work has always been a very interesting but also heated debate with the rise of technology, especially now with the rise of AI and robotics. A lot of people have a very strong opinion. Some are very optimistic, some are very pessimistic, but I personally see 5 different scenarios, and I want to explain those scenarios to you. My name is Dado van Petegem. I was raised in the 80s with the Game Boy, and I'm absolutely fascinated by what is happening today in the field of AI and robotics. I'm an author on the topic and also a public speaker, and I'm happy to bring you some inspiration. The first scenario is a scenario where people see more jobs. People like Marc Andreessen from the VC firm Andreessen Horowitz think that employment always expands. So they say technology has always caused change, but in the end, technology drives more employment and more jobs. So they don't see any pessimistic scenario. They really believe that this is a golden age for the future of work and that we cannot imagine yet how many new jobs and job categories will unfold in the future. The second scenario is a scenario of different jobs. People like Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, believe that work will be redesigned. So he believes that a job is a string of different tasks, and maybe those tasks will be redesigned and reshuffled, but the job in itself will remain. So we have to look at a job as a string of, let's say, 10 building blocks and see where can AI and robotics do things differently, and then where we as humans can bring renewed value. He sees AI as a bicycle for the mind, so we will have to redesign our thinking and our movements in our jobs, but we will not face job disruption. Third scenario is a scenario of unequal jobs. There is a school of thought, which is called the K-shaped thinkers, who believe that 80% of jobs will plummet to zero and 20% of jobs will increase in value. So we will face an unequal economy where some jobs will increase in demand, while others will completely evaporate. This scenario is obviously already less optimistic than the first two, and this might have an impact on the economy. The fourth scenario is a scenario of lagging jobs. People like the historian Harari believe that eventually we will have new jobs, but we might face a decade of time where the new jobs are not compensating for the job loss that we will be facing through AI and robotics. So he sees some kind of interbellum of work where we might face a darker period, but eventually there is light at the end of the tunnel and the new jobs will start to emerge. The last scenario is obviously the most scary one. It's the no jobs scenario. And what is a bit frightening is that is the school of thought by people like Hinton. Hinton is considered to be the godfather of AI, and he believes that AI will have such an enormous impact that there is no job that will be shielded from the impact of it. So he believes that AI will take all the work. And he even said that 2026 would be the year that the jobless boom would start, which is obviously a bit frightening. And I believe that it's a scenario that we should consider. I'm personally an optimist, so I hope that we can find ways to navigate around this. But the fact that Hinton is seeing this as the future is a signal that we should take the scenario serious. So the sooner we can start to see how we can defend ourselves to the most pessimistic scenario, the sooner we might find solutions to navigate around it. So the 5 scenarios I see for the future of work are, first of all, more jobs. The second one, different jobs. The third one, unequal jobs. The fourth scenario is the lagging jobs. And the fifth scenario, no jobs. So if you ask me my opinion on the future of work, I want to share 3 things with you. The first thing is that I believe that young generations always find a way to be creative and to create new value. So I'm very confident that the new generation that is growing up in this age of AI will find new job opportunities and will find ways to create value for society. The second thing is that people don't sit still. So people are not a sitting duck who are waiting to see the impact of AI. People understand what is happening. They are navigating themselves and they're trying to see where am I still useful and where might AI impact what I'm doing today. And last but not least, the third thing that I want to share is related to my book, Scale versus Soul. I do believe that technology will scale society. We will be able to automate a lot of things in the future of work thanks to AI and robotics. But what also fascinates me is that young people and also older people are craving for connection. We see some trends in the market, like people buying vinyl records again, people buying old photo cameras. So there is this craving for the soul, and I believe that this might be the balance that we need to find in the foreseeable future. How do we scale, but at the same time, how do we still build for the soul? How do we create connection? How do we go for depth in relationships? And ultimately, how do we connect as human beings?